Q, I got you. Q, I got you.
Way before all of these flashing lights, you been turned your back on me.
That was way before.
Way before I was dripping, flooded in eyes, she turned your back on me. Way before I came up. Way before you changed up. You start speaking from a whole different lingo. Start treating a nigga like you was a stranger. Way before I came up. Way before you changed up. You start speaking from a whole different angle. Start treating a nigga like you was a stranger. They say money change relationships for the better or worse. She rather have it in her purse than you saving it. I was out here making it. You was on some selfish shit. Chances I was taking it that you would never try to split it. What happened to 50-50? What happened if he lost? Forgive me. I sit in front of this judge and he bam, boom, give me 50. Doubt if you'll be rocking with me regardless though these options hit me. Sell dope or be broken. You don't care about consequences. So consequently you ask money, I get defensive. Cause your high maintenance ass got spinning habits. That's too relentless. Said you wouldn't settle for less. And you started tripping, ain't wanna stay down till I came up so you could see the difference. Way before all of these flashing lights, you been turned your back on me.
That was way before.
Way before I was dripping, flooded in eyes, she turned your back on me. Way before I came up. Way before you changed up. You start speaking from a whole different angle. Start treating a nigga like you was a stranger. Way before I came up. Way before you changed up. You start speaking from a whole different angle. Start treating a nigga like you was a stranger. You know me now, but I feel like Kobe now. Cause I got the ballin', baby, I ain't about to pass it around. Crazy how shit can change for the better through the course of time. Nowadays, so much ice on my body. If it melt, I drown, and that's the reason I had to write this. Let's clarify my sacrifices. I sold dope, sealed weapon sitting on my hip, dog, with no pistol license. Passed up, so many bitches trying to fuck me, though, do be enticing. I was headed straight to my goals, and I ain't want the mileage. Clear-headed, I picture what I wanted, and I seen it vivid. Being paying the cost to be the boss, and you ain't paying attention. Turned your back on the man that's clearly out here on the mission. Ain't wanna stay down till I came up so you can see the difference. Way before all of these flashing lights, you been turned your back on me.
That was way before.
Way before I was dripping, flooded in eyes, she turned your back on me. Way before I came up. Way before you changed up. You start speaking from a whole different angle. Start treating a nigga like you was a stranger. Way before I came up. Way before you changed up. You start speaking from a whole different angle. Start treating a nigga like you was a stranger. They say hourglass time move as fast as how your clock will pass. So many years later you stuck, still coming at last. Whatever the situation, seems that you became complacent. On the other hand, my watch is hand quarter past my diamonds' faces, making comparisons. You wanted to be Maryland, met a scumbag and married him, hoping he'd be better than me, but we both disagree. It's obvious the world can see your friends like he think he the shit. You like, well, isn't he somebody I should've stayed with? Somebody I should've played with? Somebody worth my patience? Question, why did you forsake him? Couldn't settle for less, and so you started tripping. Ain't wanna stay down till I came up so you could see the difference. Way before all of these flashing lights, you been turned your back on me. Way before I was dripping, flooded in eyes, she turned your back on me. Way before I came up. Way before you changed up. You start speaking from a whole different angle. Start treating a nigga like you was a stranger. Way before I came up. Way before you changed up. You start speaking from a whole different angle. Start treating a nigga like you was a stranger.
Real Panthers tap in. Real Panthers tap in. Yeah, y'all come on in. Hit the like button, tap in. Speak. Jump in the comment section, holla at me. Don't walk up my house and don't speak. Sub up if you new. Ring that notification bell so you get all the content when it drop. I got another real one for y'all tonight. Come on in, man. Come on in, man. It feel good to be a Panther fan, man, but it's a serious situation going on with the team. I'm taking this serious. I'm a real Panther, man. I'm really about this shit. We trying to win. Dan Morgan and these guys, this coaching staff, man, they doing a hell of a job, man. I remember where we was at a few years ago, man. I remember what they were saying about us, man. Bryce Young came in here, rookie year. What was they saying? What was the excuses? The organization, dumpster fire. From top to bottom. Don't know how to build around a young quarterback. We don't know what the hell we doing. Oh, y'all was losing since Cam Newton left. Y'all been losing. Y'all trash. It's not Bryce Young. It's the organization. They said we didn't know how to build around the quarterback. But look at us now. So shout out to Brent Tillis and Dan Morgan, Dave Canales, and this coaching staff. Shit, David Tepper for stepping the hell back, backing up a little bit. We got something, y'all. We got a team. We got a squad. We not lacking for much. We got talent. We got dogs. We got playoff experience. We got some continuity. So when I say it's a serious situation going on, that means the team, you know, the organization, they are in a position where, you know, they've done the work and they sitting back and they looking at the team and what they've built, and they know, man, like we should be competing. Like, you know, we got a team that's ready to compete. And they trying to take this thing up a level, man. We trying to be, when you look in Dan Morgan's eyes, when he say he want to be a team that's feared, he want a team that's going to fear that logo. He mean what the hell he say. When he say he want dogs, he mean that shit. So when I say it's a serious situation, man, it's a very, very, very close evaluation going on. because I don't think that there's anything going on with the team that's more important, that's more in question than what Bryce Young is going to be able to produce. A very, very close, thorough evaluation going on with our organization and Bryce Young. And I think it's time for everybody to open their eyes and realize that. Like we in a good place as a team. Because like I said, we know what we got. We know we can go out there and compete. But at the same time, you got to know that that guy that you invested a lot to go and get, you move assets, you know, and you went so many years in quarterback purgatory. Y'all know what we've been through. We all went through it together. So we went, invested a lot in a guy, and we bring him here. And now we going into year 4. And the team is still evaluating him, and it's time to pay him. Like that's a big deal. That's something that they're taking very serious. That's something we should all take very serious. You know, for all the Bryce Young talk, all jokes, all bullshit aside, you know, for the Bryce Young fans who support him and, you know, y'all take up for him, fight for him. And then the ones, you know, I guess the ones like me who still skeptical about him, still question him, still doubt him a little bit. Or even for the ones who just think he's complete trash, don't, you know, think he's a bust. Think we just need to get him the hell out of here. We've seen enough. You know regardless how anybody feel, I mean, just pay attention. Just, you know, I'm standing with the team. I'm walking with the team. I'm reading what the team doing. These guys not playing around with Bryce Young, man. They're not playing around with him. Now, that's not to say they don't believe in him. They don't want him here. But they know that they got to get a higher level of production from the quarterback position to get to where they're trying to get to. We all know that, man. Come on. We should all understand that. So for all you supporters, the Bryce Young supporters, y'all defend him. Everything y'all can say, every single excuse or reason, whatever you want to call it, you can make for him. There is nothing. The team see more and know more than we do. They got more. They got the real. We all see what we see on Sundays. We all see the numbers and stuff. But the team, they know the real. So if they're still in a position where they feel like we need to continue to evaluate Bryce. We don't need to invest in him right now. Sure, we can give him the fifth year option to extend the evaluation process, because what he did last year, I think he earned that. I think he earned the fifth year extension. But if the team is at a place right now, after 3 years of Bryce Young football, they have all, like I said, they see everything. We don't. So all the excuses you guys can make, you can point to this coaching staff, the O-line, the receiving group, the running game, the defense. You don't think the team has factored all that in? You think Dan Morgan is sitting back saying, yeah, y'all right? Matter of fact, if Dan Morgan was to sit back and Brent Tillis and Dave Canales was to sit back and listen to some of our conversations, some of these little debates we be having, and they would hear some of you guys say the things that you say, man, picture that. Y'all sitting back saying that Dave Canales is him listening to y'all say that he's holding Bryce back. It's his system. It's his play calling. He's not aggressive enough of a play caller. He would laugh at that. Y'all blaming Evero's defense. Man, they'll laugh at that. That defense elevated last season way more than Bryce Young did. If you want to blame the O-line, come on. He had solid O-line play. So all the excuses y'all make, the team has factored all that in, man. And when y'all do that, y'all shitting on the team. Y'all shitting on what Dan Morgan and these guys have done. Bryce Young is very, very fortunate to be in this situation here in Carolina, man. Like, he got drafted to the right place. Had he been in another situation, another team, a New York City team, one of these bigger market teams, man, he has been babied and pampered to no end. The team has seen everything, man. So I'm taking that serious, man. So when I hear all this noise about Bryce Young and Haynes King, like it sounds silly, at first, because Haynes King is, and I want to bring Haynes King into the conversation because, for all this Bryce Young hate, that y'all that y'all keep going on about. Haynes King is getting the real hate. Because fact of the matter is, there's no such thing as Bryce Young hate. There's no Bryce Young haters, man. You can't be. He hasn't produced enough for anybody to say that we're hating on him. Like I told y'all before, we haven't even seen him eclipse average NFL quarterback production. How could anybody be a fan of that? How could you love that? So yeah, I hate that. I hate that. I hate it. And I think Dave Canales hates that. You know, as an offensive guy, you know, these guys take that serious. You know, that's what they build their name on. The level of offensive production that their team is able to get when they're at the helm. Dave Canales is going into year 3. You think he wants people looking at him saying, wow, this guy has a bottom tier passing game every year. You know what that does to him? What if we get rid of him? You think people are looking at him? You think he's gonna be highly sought after as a coordinator or another head coach? Come on. He don't want that stain on him. So he would laugh when y'all say that he's the one causing Bryce to go out there and not play aggressive. It's his play call. He's begging the dude to do it. He's begging him to do it. And it's to the point they tired, dog. They tired, man. They tired of excuses. They've given him everything, man. They've given him everything. And I think this season they're giving him the keys to this offense. Canales stepping out the way. You know, he potty trained now. You a big boy now, Bryce. The pull-ups is off, man. And they sending him out there. And Haynes King, like I said, he getting all the hate simply because he arrived here. You know? That's all he did was arrive here. But like I'm gonna keep telling you, man, you gotta take Dan Morgan and these guys serious. And when it pertains to Haynes King, I think some of y'all need to pump your brakes. Like let me say this. If you one of these guys and you think that Haynes King is, you know, he should be the starter over Bryce right now or whatever, anything like that, nah. Like that's not what's going on here, okay? But if you one of these guys who think Haynes King is just some camp body, just some regular dude, that's not the case either, man. Dan Morgan told us, man, he wasn't playing. He went out his way to say that he wants a quarterback that's going to come in here and have the confidence to take Bryce Young's job. He meant that. Because Dan Morgan, like I said, man, you look into his eyes when he speaks, when he talking about he want people to fear that logo. And you talk about when he say he want dogs. Like, really ask yourself, does Bryce Young fit that mold? So I think Haynes King is not just some camp body. He's here for a purpose. He matters. They see something in this dude. Shit, we all should. He's not a bum. He's no joke. I think he just got something inside him that Bryce Young doesn't. You know? And I'm trying to be completely unbiased as possible here. I'm just looking at them player for player. Looking at, you can tell, even though King has played one preseason game, you can just tell he cut different. So they're giving this dude a serious look. Because they're unsure about Bryce Young. This is the point that they're at now. Haynes King he's security in case, things don't go well with Bryce. Like I said, we got a team that's ready to go. Like I said, they see something in that Haynes King. Dan Morgan they see a lead dog. That's a lead dog right there. And we are a team. Like, it's not far-fetched at all. And not wishing no bad on Bryce, man. Like, I want to see Bryce go out there and be successful. Now, whether I don't know. Like, if you ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, what I think is going to happen, it's not good. I'll tell you that. But I'm not wishing no bad on him. I don't want to see the team go, because I'm trying to win. I want us to come out rolling. I want Bryce and this offense to be ready to go. But like I said, what I'm saying, the team is looking at it as, we're not going to play around. We're going to bring a guy in here that's going to push Bryce. And that brings a lot of questions in my mind right there. So they see Haynes King as a serious quarterback prospect that they can bring in here and develop into something, man. And Dave Canales, one thing I can say about this team, Canales, he is definitely a player's coach and a developmental coach. And I think he helped Bryce a lot. For all the flack he get, I think Dave Canales has helped Bryce Young out a lot. Like I said, had Bryce Young been in another situation with a coach who wasn't as, compassionate, empathetic, you know what I mean? I think Canales has been a really, really good fit for Bryce Young. But it's to the point now, like I said, they want to push the offense forward. They're looking at the quarterback, and they're asking him to do something like Bryce. They can't do too much more. And I think Haynes King is a guy who they see as he can step in here. And like I said, he's a natural lead dog. He'll step in here and have the confidence to come out here and take it on his shoulders. Like he's really built like that. That's kind of who he is. He's a dude who's gonna come in here prepared and ready, and he's gonna, if you give him an opportunity, he done showed you he gonna seize it. And he's always been a guy who's done more with less. And I think you put him, and I'm just thinking, I'm just picturing him out there with the ones. You put him out there, man, with some of the best talent he ever played with in his life. Man, I think that dude will really, he would, I'm telling you, I think he'd be a dude it'd be hard to keep him off the field once we ever see him on the field. I'm gonna put it to you like that. I think they know what they got in the Haynes King, and I'm not trying to glaze him up, nothing like that. I think he's a hell of a prospect. Myself, just doing the homework on him. I see what the team see. Like he's really real. He's really real. But y'all always ask us the question, y'all Bryce supporters, well, who else is gonna step in here and be our quarterback if we get rid of Bryce, or who else we gonna put in here? I think the team is kind of answering that for y'all. Like they're showing you a way, they see a way. Instead of investing a lot again into the draft, and taking that high risk. This is a very, very low risk, high reward move right here, man. What's the worst that can happen, man? If Bryce Young go out there and wet the bed, he pee in the bed again, like you plug in Haynes King and you see how that go. You could still go draft a guy. Now you got Haynes King and the draft pick coming in here to compete for the job, to develop. But Haynes King is a guy that'll probably take it and run with it if he get the opportunity, man. So if you're a Bryce fan, like, yeah, I think you should be very nervous. Because to be honest with you, I think Bryce Young is very nervous. And when Dan Morgan said he wants a quarterback with that confidence to come here and take Bryce Young's job, I think Haynes King, his level of confidence is higher than a Bryce Young. I don't see Bryce with a high level of confidence right now. I don't see him with that hunger. I don't see him. I don't know how bad Bryce Young want this shit, man. I don't think Bryce truly believes in himself and sees himself as being one of the, a higher level quarterback. I think he's accepted who he is as a quarterback in this league. He's accepted his role. I listen to him. I pay attention to the team. I've been evaluating him the whole time. He never dares to even speak of himself in that light. I pay attention to shit like that. I think Dan Morgan and these guys do too. So they bring Haynes King in here to apply pressure. Definitely. And somebody who could be a realistic, insurance plan. I think we should all be excited about that, man. I know a lot of y'all Bryce Young fans, y'all love him. But take a real look at Haynes King, man, and just think about it, man. I'm not gonna act like Haynes King can't be mentioned in the same breath as Bryce Young. I think that would be a big mistake for anybody who did that. So what I'm gonna be doing this season is, because like I said, I think this is a real big deal. It is for me. I think it is for the team. So I will be running a series on Bryce Young because, like I said, I'm working that case hot and heavy. And I'm watching them close. I'm evaluating them. I'm with the team. We evaluating. So I'll be running a series this season called the Eval. And we'll be breaking down what's going on with Bryce as the season goes on. We'll be watching him under the microscope. Whether it's good or bad. I'm gonna shoot the real to you. And then I'll be running a series called King on the Scene. I'll also be running a series on Jonathan Brooks called The Solution. Because, for all the Bryce hate, for the longest, I've been trying to tell y'all what I think the solution is for him, what Mike can, be that icebreaker to really make him break through. I see some light. I don't really hear nobody, for all y'all who defend him and he need this, he need that, he ain't got this, he ain't got that, this happened, that happened. whatever, not too many of y'all out here speak on, the weapon he's truly needed, his whole career here in Carolina. So I break it down for y'all right here on the solution. So I'll be running the series on Jonathan Brooks, and whether it's if he doing good or bad, we're gonna break it down. And then I'm just excited about Brooks too. I like him as a player, and his backstory and all that is somebody. He's somebody you want to see win. But yeah, man, it's the eval, man. Like, it's the evaluation year of Bryce Young. You got to show us, man. You got to show us what time it is, man. Like, regardless of what anybody say, what the haters say, like, whatever, use it as fuel. Like, come on, Bryce Young, what fuels you, man? Come on, man. Let's do something different this year. When you go home, when you take your ass home, take some film home with you. Let's try that this season. When you go home, try to think about the game plan a little bit, Maybe you be more ready to go walking out to the next game. I don't know, man. Push that football down the field, man. You got big body targets. 50-50 ball guys. You got weapons out here, man. Sling that ball around. Have fun with the game, man. Don't think too much. Have fun. You got to have fun out there, Bryce. Play fast. Have fun, dog. Like I told y'all, I don't know, man. I'm looking at him. I don't know. We play tomorrow night, man. I want to see him come out there with confidence, a command, a control. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all season long, right here on Real in the Field, we will be doing the eval of Bryce Young. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, like, subscribe, share, hype the content. Real in the Field, real talk with real Panther fans.
I feel like a chopper. I feel like I'm Jesus. This shit sick. Yeah, I ain't playing around, I'm trying to stay around. Came to your city, found my way around. Rappers nowadays is more or less some clowns. And I'm what the game been missing, I was lost and found. Now that my prison days is over, I'm a copper rover. Or some type of foreign car that I ain't never heard of. I know how to get rich off that Coke and soda. But why do that when I could wrap myself into a chauffeur? Even though it ain't happened yet, it's still far from a dream. Because I'm running off drive fast and my gas is the lean. Yeah, penetrating bitches from pictures I seen in magazines. My old bitch lost out, ooh, I know she mad at me. I feel like a chopper when I step behind the microphone. Feel like I'm Jesus when I step into my city zone. Diamonds in my pieces, jeweler, can you put my teeth on? For y'all of my partners, man, I got y'all when y'all coming home. Gram is not enough, so when I go, I go in the copper zone. I'm so 420 friendly, dog, it's gonna be gone way later on. Put up in some candy paint, she said I need to watch my tongue. Said that I'm the shit, and she said, boy, what type of crap you want? I said, I think I'm a star, I think I'm a star. I said, I think I'm a star, I think I'm a star. She said she want a couple drinks, I told her meet me at the bar. Said I got a skirt, she said I won't let you go. My whole gang gone green, this is clearly a virus, and my gang is not many. I am not Leonidas. 300 niggas can't get one bag and then divide it, but it might take that many just to sit down and count it. You invited. This blue flame shit is enticing. My bars, nothing hit this hard since Tyson. My shine, nothing been this bright since lightning. This game, nothing been this sweet since icing. That's sweet. Bon appetit. Ride a cow through a jungle before you rap beef with me. I'm big like Meech, in my state like Peach. I won't pay for my feats in my city and streets. Flame. I feel like a chopper when I step behind the microphone. Feel like I'm Jesus when I step into my city zone. Diamonds in my pieces, jeweler, can you put my teeth on? For y'all love my partners, man, I got y'all when y'all coming home. Fuck fitting in, boy, I'm in a standing out. Soldier on the scene, they had attention. When my face about face. A red case that I take them out, and if I do, give me a bag that open like a gator's mouth. Survive through the trap that most slab rats won't make it out. Fight hunger pains cause there's no work in a major drought. Demons, monsters, and mummies live on my paper route, but I laugh in their face cause I was raised in Satan's house. Hallelujah, my bank account, I'm a god in Hell's Kitchen. I get a devilish grin and become possessed when I'm whipping. If it don't come back right, I get the cussing and tripping, cause clientele gon' expect what they accustomed to getting. Some little hoe gave me her brain, talking about something is missing. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. Get the fuck up and go, make sure the door lock around 4 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Cause the door knocked when I opened up, business usual. 4 cops, let me know that I got my drops from the shore docks. Organized crime when the feds is involved, or guerrilla warfare if my bread is involved. I feel like a chopper when I step behind the microphone. Feel like I'm Jesus when I step into my city zone. Diamonds in my pieces, jeweler, can you put my teeth on? For y'all love my partners, man, I got y'all when y'all coming home.